and beyond!
Hello friends, my name is Coyote and welcome back to Infinity and Beyond. So last episode we were setting up our walls and came to the conclusion we need more iron. I mean, it's kind of been like an ongoing conclusion, but we need more iron. We need more iron, we need more copper. So while we go ahead and expand our iron, we can expand our copper at the same time. And we kind of got you going. You're almost done. And then we can actually start you over there. Alright, so what do I need is the real question. I need a bunch of Ore Crusher Mark 3s. So bring me what you got. I got 8. Okay, good. So we have the sufficient amount for that. And we're going to need some stack inserters, which are not automated. So I guess I'm needing some iron. Oh, hey. No, heck, we have some here. How many am I going to need? 2, 4, wait. 1, 2, 3, something like 10. So 10, 20. So 20 of them. So that's 11. That's 16. That's 18. And then we're off by 2. A little bit more iron. Come on. Give me that iron. Okay, so that's 20. Let's grab some more gear so we're not handcrafting those continuously. So I do apologize I didn't post an episode yesterday. I was a little bit busy with a biter battle that we had against a rival channel, I'd like to say. And unfortunately we lost. But we put up a really good fight, I think. They had to resolve to using dirty tactics to win. So I mean that's a win in my book. Alright, you're doing your thing. We've established that we need some red belts, so I'm probably going to need to go ahead and grab some red belts. Let's do that at the same time. Well, actually, we stocked up quite a bit last episode. We're still going to need quite a bit. And then got you. I just want to make sure that I have everything that I need, because I'm so fed up coming back here for nothing. We have some road ports, so we can get that coverage down there. Let's build more medium power poles. Actually, it might even be worth it to go ahead and make some substations. It's just that that's going to require red chips, which requires so much more copper than our existing, than using medium power poles, and it's not exactly a super smart idea to do that in hindsight. Okay, so you're my flotation cells, right? You're my leaching plants, which I don't need. Apparently. You're also not building because not enough iron. Well, isn't that interesting? We were buffered up earlier and everything was actually going iron side, and now everything stopped. Of friggin' course. And there. Okay, so let's start with this. Let's see where this kind of gets us. And we'll go from there. Oh, you know what? I'm going to need a bunch of fast inserters, aren't I? There they are. Wow. Really? Don't need this. I don't need any of that. Come on. Take it from me. Be gone from my inventory, stone. Alright, I feel like that's enough. It's probably enough to get us started anyway. Like I said, we're going to need to drastically expand our iron. But luckily, I've been so flabbergasted by how the whole leaching plant thing just actually doesn't benefit us here. I guess probably with Angel Chem, there's another way to make sulfuric acid that doesn't require iron, maybe? Maybe. I really have no idea. Man, this trek, every single time. I couldn't even use a car if I wanted to, because it's a million trees in the way. Alien Biomes is a pretty neat mod, but holy hell does it just spawn so many clusters of stone. Or rock, I guess. Okay. We've reached our location, our goal, or whatever. Words, they escape me. It's like 1,000,000 degrees right now where I live, and like I can't. Brain don't work 'cause hot. All right, which side do you put down stuff on? I always forget which side it goes on. Alright, power is what we need here. Seems that going north is probably gonna be... Or maybe let's go south, because I did want to run power along along the rails. Just because of, like, to stay true to habit. So this way, I mean, I'm at least lying to myself in, like, a feasible manner. And let's finish you off with a few normal power poles. Okay, so you are now plugged in. Oh, we should have totally grabbed the train while we were down there. Alright, well, once we get that Roboport coverage, we'll go ahead and request these guys. I don't think are in the system, though, so maybe that's not the smartest idea. And iron, which we don't have. Alright, well, at the very least, the rails could be built. One step at a time. Good. That's the entirety of that. Nope. That is not the entirety of that rail. There's a little bit missing down here, I think. Yes? No? Apparently not. Not sure what that was about. I hope we have enough space here. I'm like getting worried that it might be a little cramped. Just putting on the right. Alright, so there we go. So that's like that. Right? Just to make sure. Just to make sure. Yep. Okay. That's what I wanted. So, we want multiple of these. And we just want... Well, I did say I want 4 out of this thing, right? So maybe what we do... I don't know, I guess, like, let's see if the inserters can actually support it first. So 2, so that's 4 a second. So that's 12, so that's 24. It's not going to be fast enough. But we can upgrade that to stack inserters and we should be good. I worry that this is going to be too much draining too fast. Alright, we just need to build a small little bouncer here to make sure that our outputs are draining equally so that the train doesn't get jammed in here. So, you. I was kind of resent how well I remember this balancer. Wish I could just like strike it from my memory. Then at least I could say like I don't know how to make balancers. Alright. You're looking pretty nifty, and I guess we can probably flip you around. There we go. Like it was intended. Oh, Now I'm realizing maybe I should have put that forward. Yeah, let's put that forward. That's kind of stupid the way I placed it. Hindsight is 20/20. Cancel you. Come on. Fine, I'll do it myself. Alright. This way it's going to take less space, which might potentially actually matter, depending on how we build our setup over here. You know, it astonishes me, honestly, like, we're at, like, episode 11, I think? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we're at episode 11. And I am now only finally getting to the steps where I can mass produce iron. I don't understand people and their mod obsession. It's funny, I have a friend that started streaming again. He actually used to stream quite a bit in the back. Infantryman for life, and right now he's playing with Omnimatter and a bunch of other mods that just make everything super freaking difficult and expensive. And after something like, oh god, I mean, he must be on his like second week of streaming, about like 10 hours a day or so, like ish. He's now only finally got to power. Well, that just sounds like torture to me. But hey, maybe there's some joy. I guess, like, some people might have some interest in knowing that every single second of free time that they have for the next upcoming, like, 10 years is going to be spent on that one map. Maybe that's reassuring to them? I would find it a little bit discouraging, because you advance by so little. But then again, who knows? Everyone to each their own, I guess. All right, let's start plopping down our ore crushers. So we could have them relatively close. There's no real reason that we could to spread them out too much. Just have to keep in mind that we need 2 clusters here. So if I have cluster A over here, I need cluster B over there. So let's see how much space this thing takes. Let's try to keep it as close as possible to the rails, because once again, less infrastructure. Debating a little bit how I want this placed. What if I use you as my pivot point? Don't know that I want it, though. I want to try to make it like slightly symmetrical, but I feel like I'm spending a lot of time on it for something that doesn't really need to be. So let's... I think that's the design that I kind of have in mind. Nope, no. Calm down, you. Because what we're going to do is like this and like that. And then if we're putting everything on these 2 exterior belts, we need something pushing it back. So we're going to do that. Oh, you're off. Oh, look at that. Okay, so let's start that back up. Alright, so it takes 2 sapphirites in, 2 sapphirite ore, and gives me 2 crushed sapphirite plus 1 crushed stone. So if I have a red belt coming in, I'm going to have a red belt of crushed sapphirite coming out. And I'm going to have half a red belt of crushed stone coming out. So if I have 2 sides, that's 1 red belt. So that's kind of the logic that I'm using right there. Which I think is the same logic we used on the one up top. We did. However, I want to try to build this slightly differently over here. So let's see how we can kind of get that going. I'd love to use a bunch of stack inserters, but I don't know that we'll be able to. Like I could craft them all by hand, and that's probably what's going to end up happening. Let's do 2, and let's just move you over. So let's do that. I don't know that if, depending on how many of these things we build, it might just be a lot of me handcrafting stuff, so it might actually mean that I should automate it. Doesn't even reach. I thought like putting 1 down would reach every... Oh, it does. What did I see before? Oh, no, it doesn't, because like if it was there, it'd reach everything, because it needs the input inserters. Sorry, my voice is a little raspy today. Let me take a nice sip of tea. Excellent. All right. Yeah, I don't know that it's really worth it, so let's just go with these guys. But then again, it's going to cost me more, right? So 2, and then this guy 30. Oh, okay, never mind. Wow, those are wildly more expensive than I thought they'd be. Yeah, I'm just coming to the conclusion that, like, I'm not exactly sure what the optimal freaking coverage would be here. I guess at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter that much. I'm just being difficult once again. So we'll put down like 1 down the middle, and that will do nothing more than power these inserters. Excellent. Okay, so I guess what we need is you and you, and then we're going to jump. Just 1 square is going to be enough, and then we do you. And see, you cover everything. Excellent. Okay, so crushed stone goes in the middle. Crushed stone. And then we just switch the priority on that side. And then we're going to do that same thing over here. Make sure that we set our priorities, otherwise it's not going to work. Let's grab this little dude over here, and after force, let's do this. Good. And then, so you can be trimmed a little bit. Good. Very guten Tag. And let's do the same amount of these dudes. Oh wait, really? I have not used optimal power placement here. I mean, it's still cheaper than using substations, but God, there's a lot more power poles than I would feel are needed. Alright, well I guess it's going to be fast inserts for now. Or we can just do this. Probably don't need that many. Actually, we're smart individuals, right? We can just calculate this. Let's see. How many do you need? You need 2 a second. 2 a second at a speed of 3. Wow, okay. So you need 6 a second. Oh, you actually do need a stack inserter. Because the other guy only does 2. Currently. Inserter? Where's the non-stack inserter one? What? I have to get to the 7th one? That requires like 15,000 other sciences to get the... yeah, right. That's not happening. So stack inserters it is. Wow, that's drastically expensive. It's fine. There's a lot of stack inserters, man. I don't... Whatever, it's fine. And stone needs to go up. So if we skip 1 here, but let's optimize the length, because why not? Because iron and reasons. And you go up. We're going to do the same thing on this side, so that way we have a crushed stone bus. What are you? We're good. Everything's fine. Okay, now on to the flotation cells once we plug this little thing in. And let's get some coverage. I really want to... Well, I guess it'll reach. It's going to be a little bit redundant for now, but... Aw, what a... Whatever. I guess it'll be fine. I hate putting roboports in. Like, it doesn't really... I'm not putting them in rails here, but... They're still, like, there. And it could be symbolically taken as me doing that. And I don't want to associate with those people. That's fine. So you're now powered. You're going to bring stuff over here. What the hell? Did we back up on iron or something? Why did they just decide all of a sudden that they need to feed every possible thing? Damn. Okay, apparently we don't have enough logistic bots. They're all grabbing They're all grabbing a stone brick. Okay, that seems a little bit odd to me. Whatever, that's fine. And I guess while we're here, I don't have plastic. Alright, never mind. Bring me red chips. At some point. When you feel like it. But you know. Sooner the better. Alright, flotation cells now. So, flotation cells. You can be there, that's fine. And then we grab purified water. So purified water in, and then sulfuric wastewater out. Ooh. Yeah, that's fine, I guess. I forget the exact amount. Nope, it's not. I just remembered it. It is 5 to 20, so 10 to 40s. So ultimately 1 to 4. And let's just double verify that just to make sure. You're a crafting speed of 1.5. You produce 6 a second. You need 2 every 2 seconds, but you're half the speed. So technically, what's that? I mean, I feel like that's 3 every 2 seconds, so 1.5 a second. It's 3, so 1 every 1.5 second. So 1 every 1.5 second times 4 is 6, so there we go, so it's 1 to 4. We got to respect the ratio in this one. We got to make sure that as much as possible we stay true to ourselves, because all those episodes that I wasted trying to make that other thing work were a complete waste of time. And it, like, everyone gets in that little thing where they start lying to themselves and they're like, no, it could work, even me. You witnessed it there too, which is really, like, depressing the more I think about it. Alright, let's make it so that you're just... Oh, it's off by 1. Well, that's extra depressing. I'd really like... No, it's the other way around. I'd really like to just have some type of design that it could just keep going off of. But it's not going to work. So it's either I add an extra power pole, which is going to annoy me a lot. Alright, let's pull you a little bit. Let's put you like there. Okay. At the very least we can grab this part of the design and that part and replicate it from there. Alright, what's that? That's 5. That's 7. That's 9. It's 11. It's 13. It's 15. 17. 19. Then 20, I think. It's really hard to see because like the trees are in the way. There. Get lost, trees. And let's put the power poles in the meantime while the bots go ahead and do the thing. So, Okay, so you're the part where I'm going to have to go and reset the pattern to there. God, I hope that was 10. I'm going to be so triggered if it's not. I don't think it was 10. I feel like we're going to have to repeat this pattern one more time. Ah, what? How? Huh? That doesn't look like it makes sense. The hell? Is there like water here? Oh no, we missed the pattern. Ah! Extra worse. Damn it. Well, I don't even know how many there was there. There's 9. 10. 12. 14. 16. 18. 20. Okay. Did it get broken now again? No, that's 20. Excellent. And no, you have to go way forward. That's the problem. So this means we could have avoided there. All right, let's take an extra other step and let's go ahead and get rid of these power poles. And let's just get it the way I kind of want it to be. I don't think we actually have to reset the pattern too many times. Right now we're doing it much more than is needed. Nope. So you're like on it. You're there. You're one before. You're one before that. You know, okay. This is something that might be news to everyone else. And it's one of those examples of like, you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but in 0.17, you could just run power poles without having to calculate where they're at, and they're always going to drop to supply power to things. So they're not going to avoid any structures. So right here, if I click on this, they're going to place themselves in their pseudo-optimal spot. So none of these things are technically missing power. Obviously it's flashing because there's actually no power plugged in. Which I'm not... Oh, I didn't plug it in there. And I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm just... I like to kind of make sure that the power poles are placed exactly the way I want them to. But there's no need anymore. So you can just do that. There we go. So you're on... And if we just look real quick... Yeah. Nothing's requiring power. So that's excellent. Until we realize that this needs to go somewhere. Because that's going to be a whole other thing of power poles then. Well, that sucks. Alright, let's do the same thing. Let's have a little design and then we'll just go ahead and drag it down. And I'm out of pipes. Is there like no iron? Really? Come on. Be cool. Bring me some iron. A little bit. Like just a stack. I'll be happy with a stack. I won't be happy with the stack, but it'll be a start. Alright, let's turn off my bots so that I'm not placing this stuff down. Okay. And then we put this like that. So let's just copy this. So the full extent of that. You know, I haven't watched a Zisto episode in the longest time, and recently he started a Diggy, Let's Play, and I was curious to see, like, you know, okay, let's see what's going on, right? And Zesto's renowned for, like, editing his videos. Like, he'll play like 3 hours or something and then cut it down to 20 minutes, right? So he was on episode 4, and he already had beacons. He had like beacons and speed mods and everything. I was just like, God, man. In the Diggy map too, like everything's super constrained. So, I was mentioning in an earlier episode, like, I was considering maybe doing longer episodes and then just editing them down for you guys. And, I use Zisto as an example, but damn, I didn't think he edited them that much. I mean, to be honest, the last episode that I saw was his Death World map, I think. And then, well, that's not true. I watched a little bit of his recursion one, which, that one was pretty fun. It's funny, and the only reason I knew of that series was I was doing something very similar on stream. Except, I mean, he went the next step and everything. Like, he had the train set up and all that. We did an escape the factory scenario. It was interesting. It was something. Alright, so that seems to be our 20. Everything seems to be going good. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and grab the entirety of this. Flip it around. And then we're just going to need to go ahead and trim the sides as well as flip these belts. Alright, something about space exploration deletes the blueprints if you run too long in them. Not sure what that's about. It might have been fixed. Let's see if it got fixed. Like every now and then, for some reason, it goes ahead and gets rid of blueprints. I know there's been quite a bit of complaints in the space exploration Discord about this, because I mean it messes a bit with the viability of a megabase, right? Because if you walk in that thing and you pop that one thing, that one belt or that one pipe, and you don't pay attention to it, hooey boy, you're gonna have a bad time. Okay, that's it there. What? You gonna tell me somehow the belt's fine? Really? The hitbox is on it! What do you mean? These modders and their hitboxes. What the living hell? So I went ahead, like, in today's episode, and I turned on the music because I felt like there was like lacking of sound in the Let's Play. Now I'm listening to it, and I don't. Maybe I've listened to Factorio music for so long that now it's just like I have disdain towards, like, I can't listen to it anymore. It's such great music, and it just annoys me so much that there's these big lulls between the music. It's like if they're giving you a little breather just so that when the music kicks back on, you're like, and I don't know. I'm not a fan of it. You hear many roars approaching the base. Do I now? Where is this frenzy gonna hit me? Seems to be there. In like the strongest. Ooh. Okay. Alright, putting them sniper turrets is doing the Lord's work. But I haven't done that up north, have I? Yeah, see, look how, like, compared to the one down south, look how much this guy got attacked. And he was being actively repaired because he's the closest to the network. So that's not great. That is not great. Okay, you're doing your thing. I'm gonna... No, it needs to be like there, right? That's what we've established. 1, 2. And let's pop that pipe, and then we just pull. So I was doing a Let's Play before this, and someone actually like mentioned this to me, and I was like, that's not how they work, because at the time I was playing in 016, and lo and behold, that is totally how they work in 017. Ah. Okay then, so you are all plugged in. We really need that train to start, at least so we can like see if we have any parts of the blueprint that just don't work the way we like anticipated it to work. Let's get rid of you. You're good. You're okay-ish, I guess. You're going way the fuck down. And you are not okay. You're missing a pipe. And given that I just placed down a pipe, I obviously don't have pipes. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not, this music is annoying me a little bit. We'll put it down to like 25%. Or, let's put it down to like 20%. But hey, maybe that's just me. Apparently, I listen to music very, very low. Is what people complain about all the time on the stream. And I don't understand, like, I mean... I usually never have my headset, like, over 20 or so. Like, my sound's never over, like, 20, 25, maybe, like, 30 at max. Like, do you guys usually have it, like, 75%? I mean, that's just high, no? Whatever. I don't know. Maybe my childhood formed me on that. Because, like, when I was a kid, my dad used to, like, give me such crap for listening to, like, anything too loud. So maybe it's, like, carried over into my adulthood. Alright, let's see. Next step is going to be getting these hydro plants. And if I'm not mistaken, I probably am. I guess we should calculate how much is required over here first. So we have 40 of them dudes, right? And they are producing 50 every 2 seconds, so let's call it 25 every second. So times 1.5, so that's 75 every second. So 75 times 40. So that's 3,000 a second. God, that's a lot. Okay. 3,000 a second. And this guy produces he produces 150 every second. So 3,000 divided by 150 is 20. What? Oh, it's 37. Oh, I'm such an idiot. Okay, wait. That makes sense. So it's well, still a lot of hydro plants. I did 75. It was actually 37.5 because it's 50 divided by 2, so 25 a second. Then 25 times 1.5, so that's 37.5. I'm throwing a lot of numbers out there. I like numbers. I had a math teacher at one point in my life that it was an algebra teacher. Like, just when people were trying to get introduced with algebra, you know, like, when you stop seeing numbers and you start seeing letters. And he was putting down some numbers on the board at one point, and he's just like, man, just putting down numbers on boards makes me so randy. It's like, oh, okay. I guess that's a thing. Anyway, so if my calculation's right, that should be 10 of these guys, which is still a lot, but it's a lot more feasible. So let's have... Well, I only have 3, so that's unfortunate. Let's have you... I want a belt coming out. Okay, I didn't want that. Ah, damn it, I did it again. I let the episode go so long that now it's like close to an hour. Alright, sorry about that. I'm trying to get better at that. I know that we did mention in the past that it'd be around like 35 to 40 minutes. I'm trying so hard. It's just when you start playing this game, you just get so involved that you forget about that. Anyway, Consider joining this Coyote Count by hitting that sub button. Hit a like if you enjoyed the episode. Lets me know. Hit a dislike if you didn't like the episode, but let me know as well. I mean, you know, I want to get better for you guys. Anyway, on that note, thanks so much for joining me for this adventure, and I hope to see you for the next one.